everyone, I'm the Nostalgia Freak. I remember it, so you don't have to. King Kong vs. Godzilla. What can I say? A 1962 film that is supposedly supposed to be released here in the U.S. in 20. I looked on the Godzilla Wikia and it said something about a 2020 reboot. So basically, I think in 2020 we're supposed to get a reboot of this movie. I hope it ends out differently. Well, first off, let's talk about the story. Talk about the monsters. They buffed up Kong to Godzilla's height, which I mean would be fair because if they didn't, Kong would have his head trampled by Godzilla, and Godzilla looks shorter. Well, there's nothing much different about Godzilla except his roar, the way he claps, and most importantly, this movie is in color. Yeah, the last two films I reviewed were in black and white. You off from where Godzilla was playing a block of ice. We follow up about, and this is the English version. If I can find the DVD Japanese version, I know this would be a lot more differently. But we see a UN submarine named Seahawk. Sounds like a Nintendo game, but they see a light called the charcoal light. That is a light generated by nuclear reactors, and we all know what Godzilla's heart is made out of, right? We've all heard this explanation about Godzilla's heart is a nuclear reactor. So basically, they go near the source of the light to try and figure out what's causing it. And for some weird reason, it happens to be the same fucking iceberg that Godzilla was imprisoned in from the last film. What are the odds of running into an iceberg that has a monster that you imprisoned 7 years ago? Oh, and they come up with this bullshit excuse that Godzilla was around 97 million to 125 million years ago and frozen inside of a fucking iceberg. That is one of the most dumbest things I've ever heard from a Godzilla film. Always misleading about how Godzilla came, but here's a good part from Dr. Arnold Johnson that was in this movie. He says that Godzilla is a cross between a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Stegosaurus, which I can see. But neither of those dinosaurs possess the ability to breathe underwater. So, part T-Rex, part Stegosaurus, and part amphibian, like alligator? Yeah, I can see that work. If you guys think Godzilla's a mutation of an alligator, a Stegosaurus, and a Tyrannosaurus Rex, let me know down in the comments. But we also find out that a red berry called Soma is a little island called Faroe Island, and get this. The boss of pharmaceutical wants publicity. He says, go get a monster. Did I not remember? Did the people that sign up for the scripts of these actors even watch the first film? Know what happened in 1954? Which was 8 years ago. By movie standards. I'm judging between this movie review, 1962, to 1954. Just 8 fucking years ago. and somehow the bottle demands to bring back Kong, or since I said the monster's name, it's King Kong on Faroe Island. And there's some shit about a giant octopus wanting that berry juice, that red berry stuff, to probably make himself stronger than Kong. And Kong drinks it like alcohol. Yeah, the islanders mush up the berries and then make it like a drug for King Kong. So that's basically a little bit of Kong. And Sakurai, the brother of Fumiko, says, we're going home with Kong. But the Japanese people say, oh hell no, King Kong, no come to Japan, because I've heard in this movie that Kong does have the strength to destroy Tokyo with his bare hands. And the government was never gonna let him have the chance. But enough about Kong. So we see Godzilla go instinctively to Japan, because that's basically his home, and the Japan people don't want him there. So at this time of the movie, people are like, oh, we don't want no Godzilla in Japan. Get out, Godzilla. They're like kicking him out. Tokyo was the Japan area is Godzilla's home turf, and the Japan people are kicking him out like a ungrateful child. So, after 7 years of being in an iceberg, probably nearly frozen to death, Godzilla wants to come home, and people don't want him. What a dick move by the Japan people. And they even talk about the atom bomb. And I've heard, and Arnold Johnson says that would be more destructive than the creature itself. Duh! You would only be feeding Godzilla nuclear energy. His body feeds on that. I don't know what the side effects would be for King Kong if he got hit by an atom bomb. And there's this stupid thing about Kong trying to be Frankenstein, because, yeah, lightning gives Kong strength. Now, if you have seen my very first video, and I'm going to admit this, it's only a 2-minute part of where Godzilla and Kong meet for the first time and they have their little tussle. I will leave a link in the description below so that way you can see the very first episode. And sorry for the crude language I put in. I woke up one going to school and said, hey, how about I add some crude language into the subtitles so that way people can get some laughs. I must have been high as fuck if I put some stupid language like that in the subtitles. But that is the tussle that Kong and Godzilla have for the first time. Then I think I made another video about when this movie aired on TV. And I think that was Kong versus Godzilla fight number 2. Let me check. Let me check through my video. Sorry guys, this might be a while. Oh no, it was way lower down. Sorry for the lack of words, guys. I'm trying to see what video that was. Hmm. Hmm. Did I not even upload it that day? Hey guys, I'm trying to really find it. Until the part where I was back in my old apartment. Alright, come on, come on. Where the hell is it? I'm under. I'm just. Aha, here it is. 1 year ago, 28 views. Episode 197. About time. It was episode 7 for fight number 2, which was on TV at the time. So, where was I? Oh yeah, so basically Godzilla says to Kong in the first fight, "Hey Kong, go fuck yourself. I win the first fight. Don't think you can beat the king of the monsters." I don't know what Godzilla was saying. I just took a wild guess at the time. But for some weird reason, they talked about how Godzilla hates electricity attacking the train in Hokkaido. Oh, and that reminds me. Fumiko, who is the fiance of Fujita, not Vegeta, but Fujita in this film, this woman has been near two giant monsters. She is not passed out from being near two fucking monsters. Okay, the first one was when Godzilla was attacking the train on Hokkaido. She kept falling over in waters, and Her and Fujita were right hiding in trees right next to Godzilla. And then she's in a train again, but this time Kong's trampling through Tokyo, lifts up the same part of the train that happens to have Fumiko. It happens to have Fumiko, and holds her like this. Kong never saw a live woman before, and on his island, there are tons of native girls. He should have noticed some girls. And then I do have to admit, Kong is supposed to be like Frankenstein because he does absorb the electricity that went into that was keep Godzilla out of Tokyo. So, what was the point of putting Godzilla together when they damn well know Godzilla would get his ass kicked by King Kong with the help of lightning? But if it wasn't for the thunderstorm, Kong would have been murdered. And for all you King Kong lovers, I hate to tell you this, Godzilla should have won that fight. Godzilla can breathe underwater and he can breathe fire. He roasted Kong's chest a few times in the movie, so King Kong should know what the hell he's fighting. Basically a walking flamethrower. So if you just think King Kong should have won the fight, which he does, let me know down in the comments below. But anyway, they have their second big fight on Mount. And there's an alternate version of this fight in Japanese. Yeah, in the Japanese version, as soon as they start fighting, the Godzilla theme plays. And then we see Kong actually kick a second rock, or third rock, to Godzilla's head. We don't see him actually throw it like in the US version. So even though the Japanese version may be goofier, sillier, and funnier, I recommend it more than the US version of this movie. So I don't know how to rate this movie, like a B or B minus. Even though this is proven definitely one of Godzilla's most famous battles. But at the end, but here's how Kong had Godzilla by the tail. The back of the box. And this film is an hour. I've looked on the internet. I've heard Google say that this movie is an hour and 39 minutes, not an hour and 31 minutes like on the box. So where the fuck is the extra 8 minutes? Listen for yourself. Time for King Kong versus Godzilla.
King Kong vs. Godzilla's running time is 1 hour 39 minutes.
You guys believe that or not? I'm glad they got some good actors for a good cast for this. And music composed by Akira Ifukube. Release date June 3rd, 1963. And this movie has gotten a 33% of Rotten Tomato. Ishiro Honda is actually a good director for this movie. 97 minutes in the Japan, but in US running time, we got 91 minutes. United States 1.25 million in the box office. In the US for the budget, it's 200,000. In Japan, it's $5 million on budget. Damn, Japan made 7 times the amount they put the budget in. Jesus. But I don't know why the hell this publicity shit is part of the film. So if you think this movie deserves an A, you, the audience, gets to choose the ranking of this movie. For me, I give it a B because what other monster can breathe fire underwater and can swim better? No other monster can do that except Godzilla. And basically, we end the movie with Kong coming out of the water because he's not amphibian unlike Godzilla. He needs oxygen in his lungs. Godzilla doesn't. So we see Kong swimming back to Faroe Island, which is a long way away from Tokyo or Japan. It's far away from Mount Fuji. I don't know how to do this. This is one of the hardest reviews to do because I'm trying to not spoil too much. But they have this weird plan about bringing Kong to Mount Fuji with a wire that Fujita uses to act like Tarzan in an earlier scene, before the submarine hit Godzilla's iceberg. This is a weird movie too. So I give this movie a B plus for bringing two of the best monsters together on the big screen and in color. So if you like this video, give it a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to give your opinion on this movie. Bye.